yourself to benefit you in your reading process. I see some of you are copying this down. Wonderful. I'm going to give you a minute. Are there any questions?